Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. We're continuing with our blind playthrough of Blueprints, yay! And we're going into day 47. I'm so happy to be playing again. I'm so happy to be playing again. Even though it's been a shorter time that I'm recording, like getting to play this game again, and recording since the last time. Since the last episode, the last couple of episodes actually. It's still, as far as I'm concerned, it's too long. It's too long since I've been playing. But as usual, I've been working away at my puzzle notes in the meantime. And so, I've made some interesting observations and some little, maybe starting to sort of figure out some things and definitely coming up with some new ideas for things to do. I'm just looking at this because in the last episode I gained the knowledge, the really important knowledge that I had suspected at various times, that there is some kind of object that somehow you can obtain that will create a flame. And then we can light all these suspicious freaking candles with the red gems in them that are all over the place. And so I've been doing some thinking with, I think, like nothing to go by really, like nothing concrete that I've been able to find, but just from what was said in the, well, not even from what was said in the book. Like I've just been having a think, like where might I be able to find a tool that can light a flame, and what would it be? So I'm really just thinking out of nothing, I suppose. But what I have written, if I can find my notes on this particular one, where have I written lighting? Yeah. So where is tool? And here's just a few ideas I've written down. Could be something that you can get through the trading post, because I'm convinced that there's still interesting items to get from the trading post. Could be something that you can get from a new room that I just haven't drafted yet or haven't even found. Could be a new contraption. I kind of think probably not on this one. I'll go on about that in a bit, but could be from like a hidden wall. And as I've said previously, like I've got a range of things that I think could be walls that I could bash open with the power hammer. Could be from lost and found, even because they have teased that there are rare items there, possibly even very rare items, and maybe this is one of them. But then the question is, what is the tool? It could be a lighter. It could be a lantern. But then again, a lantern is something that you light with a flame. It's not, it doesn't produce a flame. I mean, what we should be able to do is just pick this up and go to any fireplace, right? And then we have a flame. Like, there are means to make flames in this house, but they're not means that we can use. That's the thing. But I think probably the most likely that I'm thinking at the moment is matches, because matches is sort of, to me it matches the kind of, it matches the I hope somebody appreciated that. It matches the, sort of the the older era that we're in, rather than a lighter would probably feel a little bit out of place, maybe, unless it's a kind of a very early sort of lighter, which it could be. And then so far what I have written down for where the lights that I want to light are, it's at least definitely torch room, like all of the 8 lights in the torch room. That's going to be something important. Tomb, I think Tomb as well has, Tomb definitely has some things, and definitely chapel. And in chapel, I suspect that lighting those candles might be the way that you can move that structure that's at the end, that's blocking the the other stained glass window or whatever it is. So, I don't, those are just some general ideas for where this lighter thing might come up, but I'm so interested in it. And I mentioned in the channel's Discord server that I actually recently had a dream about blueprints. Let's head out to the West Path. I was just thinking, do I want to start in here? No, let's do West Path. I had a dream about blueprints. I was actually in a real life, blueprints game. By real life, I mean, in the dream, I mean like a not a digital game on a screen, but like an actual house I was walking through, but it still worked like more or less like blueprints did. Of course, it was a kind of a made up version of it. But in this dream, because I'm so interested in this lighting tool now, I actually, like, in solving one puzzle where like a bit of a wall moved, I saw at the back of this wall, I saw the lighting implement, and I was like, oh, I've done it. I'm so clever. I've got it. Like, even if I don't get it on this day, I know where it is and I can go back for it. So I dreamt about that. That is what Blueprints has done to my mind. Some interesting choices here. All right, so I definitely know that one of the things I've been really interested in doing again, specifically out here, is Shrine, in part because I have hardly done Shrine, so that's one thing. I know that there's a lot of good stuff to get from it, and I've hardly managed to I've only managed to get one, use Shrine in one way. But the other reason is because I've now bought the coffer that is in Shrine, and I have no idea what it does. So anyway, we don't have that choice today. I'm kind of thinking of doing Tomb, because if I do get the power hammer, because of what I've learned recently about needing to, so I have gone through the Tomb with the power hammer, I understand this, but when we found that area down below the elevator, I realized that, like, I've got to be a bit more specific with how I'm standing at the walls and, like, kind of going up and down sometimes before I properly get the icon to use the power hammer. So I now think it's possible that I might have even missed an opportunity. Like maybe I wasn't maybe I wasn't moving around carefully enough. So I think of the three, I might do power hammer. I will just say that I have one more reason for being interested in possibly doing hovel, because I've only done hovel once at the very beginning, and I kind of felt like, oh, I've done hovel now. I've gotten everything I need out of it. Of course, that might not be true. Maybe it even gives items. But I'm also, like, I did notice when I was looking back at the footage ages ago, there is like a little thing that looks like it could be a piece of paper underneath the bed there, and underneath the pillow, I mean. And it's probably not, but I just kind of thought, I think I should check it out again just in case. You know what? I'm actually convincing myself right now that I might just do hovel. Like, maybe let's just get this checked out. Like, is this the tool? Can't I take this? Look at this, it's perfect. I could use this to light. Can't I? Right? Look at this. It's not got a nice little handle and everything. It's not going to spill wax on my hand. Like, actually, it could spill. If you hold it there, it could spill wax on your hand. But, like, this is how have flame, right? Anyway, the game is not going to let me do it. Oh my god, I was so... I am kicking myself because when I looked at the footage, I saw this little thing and I thought, that could just be a bit of a sheet or whatever, but I thought it very well could be paper. But when I reviewed the footage of the first time I was in here, let me just say, I went like this, and I guess I just wasn't close enough because I didn't see any of this writing. That's driving me crazy. If you want to waste your time looking back at that episode, I'm just saying, I suppose I go like this, but I'm like, I don't know, like this is out of view enough. So I just didn't check it carefully. Oh my god. It's probably been driving you guys nuts that I didn't come back here. Look how interesting this looks. I haven't even started reading it. That looks incredible. Oh my God. Okay, and also, this is also phenomenal for my new handwriting analysis. My God. All right. So I could have seen this way back when I got Hovel. Oh my God. 2 wings, 9 ranks, 2 starting rooms, antechamber sealed. Yeah. So when they say 2 starting rooms, I assume that they mean west path and entrance hall. So that all makes sense. And, yeah, is interesting. Where is room 46? So this is the same, I know this completely because I've still been trying to figure out whose handwriting this is. This is exactly the same handwriting here as the note that we find looking for room 46 in the locker. So I guess what this is telling me is that it's very likely this is Denny's handwriting. So that's incredible. This may well be the answer I need to that. Denny is the one who was here doing shifty stuff, looking for room 46. And I've been looking at this handwriting so much, I really recognize so many things. Like the G there is very particular. The capital R in room is very particular. And this is the only other place I've found it so far. All right, now, what on earth is going on here? 7-5-90 tested my full house theory, no luck, as expected. And I find it so interesting that here and in the locker room note, some things are written in black text and then some things are written in red text. I wonder if it's the same person coming back later to rethink about things, as I do with my notes, for sure, except I do it all in the same pen. If you're curious, I use a red pen for all of my notes. But it could also, and I'm just looking now, like this red text could be a different handwriting to the black text, but I'm literally just checking it now. I don't think it is. Coincidence there has the same I, the same N as we see in starting rooms, the same O. So that's the same. That's the same person, so it's probably just coming back. As expected, yeah, the D is the same in expected as coincidence. So this is all right, I think this is all Denny's handwriting. This is all Denny. It's interesting that we get this very specific date, and this is very specific. So I'm actually going to flip back to my timeline here, which I haven't been using a ton of lately because it's already pretty full up with a lot of things, especially 1987, as you can imagine. Like that is a busy year for this game. It's almost impossible to write anything more in that year. But this is 1990. Yeah, I have very little happening there. 1990, and I think this must be the 5th of July, because that's the way that the dates are usually written here, right? In that, like in Australia, we just do day, month, year, and that's how I think it should be done. That makes sense. But I think this might be the 5th of July. Either way, I have nothing there around that time. Okay, so that's interesting. But it is a couple of years later that we get Robert Nagula becomes the new gardener. So presumably that's around about the time that Denny was fired. Denny's doing all of this sneaky stuff for several years in the house. Denny, what's going on? And why are you trying to find room 46? All right, so obviously the most interesting thing here is this number, 45292. In different colors. 45292. So he's saying 45 rooms you know, it's written in the different colors. The 45 is the 45 rooms, the 2 is the 2 starting rooms, the 9 is the 9 ranks, and the 2 is the 2 wings. Why is it a coincidence? What else is this number used for? What could it be? Obviously a code of some sort, but it can't be a safe code, right? Because it's too many numbers. Unless, you know, there's a safe that defies convention. It doesn't seem like it's any kind of password that goes into a terminal, because they just don't take this format. Usually. Again, these are assumptions. I'm assuming that the formats, you know, don't change, and that could be wrong. Is there another place to use this code that I know of? And it's not an order. Like, it's not like we don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the numbers here. There, you know, there's 2 2s, you know, there's 2, 4, 5 and 9 and another 2. So it's not a sequence or anything like that. They are written in colors that have been associated with maths. So if... Is this a stretch? I mean, but they are written in those colors, right? So if I were to do this math just in this order, let me see if I can get this right. So we're starting with 45 is blue, so we're adding 45. 2 times 2, pink is multiplication. Divided, I mean, that comes to 90, so divided by 9 already makes sense. And that gets us 10. And then we subtract 2 to get us 8. That could very well be something. 8. But what? I mean, 8 is used everywhere in this game. So like, what would that tell me? 8 is used everywhere. 8. What do I do with this? 8. It could be that hang on, this 8 is still the most mysterious room. 8 is some kind of important room that I still don't have. So it could be that. Wow. All right. So already, look, I mean, it would be awkward, but even this could start a flame, right? Okay, so we need to check this room a lot more freaking thoroughly than I have. Why is there a bit of metal sticking out here? Is that... Oh, it's everywhere. Okay. Like, there are candles everywhere. Like, any of these could carry a flame. I just have to let this go. But you know... Alright, thank you, Hovel. You've actually been totally amazing. Yeah, this doesn't have a date on it. We've looked at this before. It does have a date on it. It says you're required to vacate by the 20th of March, which, given that Robert Nagula became the new gardener on the 10th of April, it's, it seems to imply that it was, 1992 that this happened, which is, Alright, I'm just writing that down. Denny fired. I just didn't, like, I knew that in my head, I just hadn't written it down on my actual little, calendar of events. And of course, I've got to come back here with the power hammer if I have the opportunity as well. Maybe something to smash here. Alright. Well, once again, I have discovered something that I have missed for a long time. But we did make it there. So we'll keep that in mind. It could still be a code of some sort. It could be It could be that it's just saying something about the number 8. I don't know. But at least I'm fairly sure that what that tells me is that it has been Denny looking for room 46 for some reason. Denny, I am also seeking room 46. I believe I have been in room 46, but I kind of feel like there's still another room 46 maybe, because what I have doesn't really match with what was in Alzara's first premonition about room 46. Anyway, let's get started. So I have many of the same goals that I mentioned recently in the last couple of episodes, but so clock tower among them. That one is driving me nuts because I don't really know why the clock tower didn't open for me last time. My best guess is that I was too late in the day, but I'm not sure, and I'm still wondering why, like, another time I had entered the special room in the clock tower, when I came out of it, the door closed behind me, and I don't know why, because it was still within the 1:30 sacred hour. So I have kind of, like a lot of like clock tower is kind of driving me nuts. But nevertheless, I'm very, very keen to get it again and just try. Showroom, getting the power hammer, getting the study so I can try my new potential safe combo, getting the locker room and opening everything, trying to do the chess piece rooms, getting the jackhammer to try on the stump, but I'm also very curious to get the jackhammer to try in the root cellar. This is another thing I've thought of. So what I was going to say back at the west path bit, if I got the root cellar there, my plan is now to get the root cellar, but not dig up the dig spots in the root cellar until I have the jackhammer, because I reckon it's possible something interesting is in that room specifically, right? Like it's an interesting room associated with roots and the family roots and everything. So yeah. All right. Anyway, let's draft our first room already. I think it's just they're all good choices, to be honest. I'm going to go spare green room. Let's go straight to the corner. Yes. How good is that? Watering can is very nice. Thank you. Big fan. Now again, I thought I saw something else there. No. Again, I'm going to see if I can potentially pick up some redraw die. So let's go in the other direction. Den would be perfect, I think. Yeah, Den. We'll get another gem. So we'll be up to 3 gems, which is great. It's a great start to the day. Still driving me nuts that I don't... Look at this. Look. What does it mean? I'm more and more... Like, I know something is going on in Den that I just haven't figured out. I'm more and more like... You know, like I've gotten so used to this room. Like I've been in here 100 times, and it's sort of like, you know, like I've just gotten used to... Is that just like... That's just nothing? Or is that something? This game. Like, what about this dot? Is this something? It could be. God, anything could be. Yeah, but I've been in this room so much that I've just kind of gotten used to going through it. But when I turn my mind to it, I'm like, honestly, what is the freaking deal with this clock? And I've never been able to come up with anything. You know, maybe if I come here with the spanner, like, even though that's not what the spanner's meant to do. What? You know, like, why? Why this spanner here? A more traditional family room, warm and inviting. So comfortable one might assume that the countless clocks surrounding the sofas are placed in a futile attempt to avoid inevitably wasting the entire day here. I think more and more about like what this is saying to me. Why are there so many clocks? Because time matters. Time matters here. The clocks on the wall are telling me time matters here. They're telling me something about this, like either specific times or a specific portion of time, whether it's 2 hours or 10 minutes, whether it's a specific 10 minutes or a specific 2 hours, I don't know. So the clocks are here to attempt to avoid wasting the entire day here. And it does say wasting. Like, would it be a waste to spend a long amount of time here? I don't know. I feel like I'm in a particular a particular crazed phase of my engagement with blueprints. My grasping at wilder and wilder theories potentially. The weird downside of the hovel, of course, is that now we have a real step issue in the place. I think I'm going to do chapel here because of the exit situation. I don't want to go back towards entrance hall. So as much as I really, really, really want lab, I think let's get chapel out of the way, and it gives us a couple of really well positioned. I know about you now. I'm coming for you, Candle. I'm coming for you. Gives us some well positioned exits. Great. Yeah, I'm so sure, right, that lighting these candles is going to move this. It's probably, I'm already picturing it. It's going to go, it's going to go down and reveal whatever is here. And I suppose if it was in line with everything that we know so far about the 8 Aegean angels, then I would expect Draxus. I would expect this to be Draxus. But at the same time, I mean, it's got white doves for sure. And there's like orange and yellow, like they're kind of sunny colors. You know, that doesn't really seem the sunny colors of death. Maybe it's flames, you know? But death doesn't really have flames, do they? Alright, let's do... Why have I just noticed this candle missing? And yet, I don't know. Do it mean something? Do it mean nothing? All of the others have candles. As you can no, but these ones are kind of, I don't know. There's so many candles in here. Well, we could do parlor here well, to be honest, actually I could do storeroom here, right? Quite comfortably, because we have another exit north of chapel. That might be the perfect place to do a dead end, actually. Get our things. Get some nice things. Oh! Storeroom has never given me this. It's only ever... maybe? God, unless I've forgotten, I feel like I've only ever gotten gems, keys, and... I don't feel like I've ever gotten a special tool in here before. What? I am legit thrown. Swimbird, is this a gift from you? Thank you so much. Thank you, Swimbird. Gosh, it's so lovely of you. All right, well that's a quite a nice start to the day. I'm just sort of constantly aware, like sometimes I just have to sort of take a step back and just kind of look around rooms that I'm used to going through really quickly again. I'll tell you something, I don't think I've said this before, something that's been driving me a bit nuts about this place. If you look at all of the rooms in the directory, and I haven't done this super systematically yet, but the thing I did notice is that storeroom is flipped side to side. Like it always, when you look at the plan here, in the plan, the things that are on the left are in actuality on the right and vice versa. Why? Why is this plan mirrored like that? I don't know. Like why? Because it's, there's nothing, I don't know. I can't think of a reason for it. I mean, for example, if you look at parlor is the way that it sort of is oriented as we walk into the room, as we draft it. I haven't yet gone through and made sure that that's the case with every single other room, but I have definitely noticed it with storeroom. Why? a question I am left with in this game very often from many observations. Okay, so parlor could be good. It'll steer us away from the east. Cloister could also be a good spot for cloister, just to kind of get us a good spread of exits, really. And also because drafting cloister in lower ranks will make it less likely to have locked doors, which is sometimes a bit of an issue with cloister. 9 steps. Ugh, I hate. I am so much more comfortable with spending gems. Oh, I do get a gem though from the watering can. Wonderful. Yeah, I am so much more comfortable with spending gems than spending steps. I really don't like that. I haven't figured out this thing yet. CXET there. That's all I got to say about that. I haven't figured it out. My original theory about that turned out to not really work. Okay, so let's head east first on the same rank. Let's try this. All right, billiard room could be perfect for sending us north. I could actually might be super handy. Oh, so this raises a question. If I draft terrace here, which again could work out as a dead end because we can go north from cloister again. It says green rooms do not cost gems to draft, but today the gem cost is being swapped out by steps. So will this work with steps today? I ask you. I'm going to do it and try. It's a learning experience. Well, it did take a step. Well, no, that's fine. We just stepped into it. That's fine. We get another gem. That's good. We get some more steps. That's very good. Will I be able to ever get here, I wonder? I do just like having a look here because it's such a big open vista, which is really unusual. But okay, maybe that's that. So we'll see next time we get the chance to draft a green room if that's actually making the difference. But no redraw die yet. Let's go a little bit further. Aha! Oh, these are all good. These are all good. Like exit-wise and everything else about them. I actually can't even remember if courtyard normally has a gem cost. God, I've drafted it so many times. I mean, obviously if it does, it doesn't have much of a gem cost, but yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I can check it afterwards anyway. So at least this is how we can find out if courtyard does have like a 1 gem cost. Normally we now know that it's gone, but it probably doesn't, to be honest. I think as much as both of these have a better exit situation, I'm just very, very set on workshop because I so much, like one of the main things I want to do. Oh, great. Great. My plans are coming together. One of the main things I want to do is get Power Hammer / slash jackhammer, but it's looking potentially like a power hammer day. So this is the perfect place for me to tell you about something I've figured out in between episodes about contraptions. And that is that the book we just read, the Architectural Digest we just read, gave us some very, very useful information about the remaining contraptions that I have to do. I know that there's 8 total, and I know that I've currently done 5, made 5 contraptions. And I know exactly which items make up those 5 contraptions. So I know there's 3 more to go. And what that book told me, I was able to like eliminate. So it tells you how many times each item is used in a different contraption. So using process of elimination from what I've already done, I am fairly sure that the remaining 3 contraptions are made up of 2 different uses of shovel, 2 different uses of metal detector, a compass, and a magnifying glass. I'm pretty sure that the mystery item that they didn't explicitly tell you about in that was the lucky rabbit's foot, because we've already used that in a contraption. So from that, I think that logically what that means, because we have 3 contraptions, but shovel is used twice and metal detector is used twice. So I think logically what that means is that one of the 3 remaining contraptions has to be shovel plus metal detector. And then one of them has to be shovel plus something else, and the other one has to be metal detector plus something else. So I don't know if it's shovel and compass or shovel and magnifying glass, and you know, vice versa with the metal detector. But I think at the moment with my reasoning, I think that's it. So I am pretty sure that that lays out the plan for, being able to, when I get lucky with those items, being able to use them in that way. Just noting for myself, haven't figured out that probably extremely early game puzzle there, but let's go on. Let's go on. So, that we may have a power hammer day, which I will be super thrilled about. Well, locked trunk would be, oh man, like again, all good. These are all good because I still need to do the freezer thing powered up by the boiler room. The locked trunk would be fantastic because I can open it right now. It might have some dice in it or something. And observatory is always useful. Observatory is always useful. I think for me right now it's between these 2. Maybe we should be bold and go for boiler room, because it's a good position for boiler room. Lots of room around it for potentially drafting. What am I saying? Not freezer. Freezer is furnace. So boiler room to furnace. Yeah, boiler to power up furnace, and then furnace to be close to freezer. That's what I mean. But anyway, there's lots of room around it to maybe potentially make that more possible. So I'm actually, we'll do boiler room. Great. But I am getting pretty high up, which is not ideal. So let's try going this way and just see what comes of it. Otherwise I might consider turning around. I don't know. I've got to be really concerned about steps today. Really concerned about steps. Pantry to head down could be good. Security. I don't want to give up on this space below, so it's between these 2 for me at the moment. Oh, I have some interesting stuff to tell you about Parlor, by the way, but I'll do that in a little bit. I think I might just go security here. Because I think it would be nice to try and protect ourselves a little bit from with the key card system change. Okay, so we want to set this to low for now, and definitely change offline mode to unlocked. Great. Might as well take a look at the inventory as expected. And I think, oops, wrong one. Give me another go, game. There we go. I think it would be good. Staff services. Why am I doing this? It's been a little while, I feel, since I've done this. I want to place a special order. I might do, because what I want to do is make the shovel, like the jackhammer and the power hammer, more possible for myself. So I feel like doing shovel or sledgehammer would be good. I might do shovel. Yeah. Great, thanks. Thank you. Nice, nice, nice. Now, I can use remote terminal access here as well. Using the Blackbridge connection. So even if I don't draft lab, we can get the benefit of lab experiments here. Let's give it a go. Because I love... I have really realized how powerful these things can be, and if I can do them every single day, that's great. Oh, more letters to the mailroom. I'm so interested in the mailroom letters, like what we can eventually get through this. But, so what are the conditions that we have available to us? I really think that this one can be super powerful if you get, you know, obviously the archives. The next 3 times you open a locked trunk, I mean, yeah. When you draft a red room, oh man, no, I can't lose 5 steps. I cannot, I cannot. And I cannot do this one. Like, I cannot have anything that's going to lose me more steps than normal. So, I wonder if it's worth betting on getting the archives at some point. Like, maybe we just kind of commit to it a little. And as useful as this would be, and maybe I'll regret it, I'm just like, I can get these in many other ways. I can only get this in one way. So maybe I'll do this and just commit to trying to get archives and mailroom today. Great. Nice. Yeah, this just says like C cam tape 23 cam tape. Yeah, cam, A cam, B cam. I wonder if I can access, you know, recordings at some point. I really wonder. Is there a flame, like some matches here by any chance? Can I microwave a flame? Alright, so let's go down here. Great. Oh, this is the perfect... Oh, like, it's a good spot for vault. Oh, just 9 steps. But I think I'm just gonna do it. Oh god. I did it all for the money. And the money and a coupon book. Oh my god, look. Oh, this is the other thing. So today's day 47, and that's, yeah, we're 2 days away from Christmas. And I am so interested, but also a little bit terrified about what that could mean. I feel that Christmas is a very special date in this game. So, yeah. I wonder if I can smash anything in here. Have I tried? Don't know. Just trying to notice things that I haven't really paid attention to before. So look, I could turn back at this stage, but again, I have a step issue. So if I turn back, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps, like just to you know, to restart. And at 31 steps, that's a lot. But then I'm kind of just making this problem worse and worse for myself at each step, aren't I? At each step, hey! Maybe Nook is good because I do only have one key. Alright. Yeah, I'm kind of getting nervous. If we were to make it all the way over to foundation though, well, we would still have to use steps to get back outside, but yeah, maybe it would be a bit less. I don't know. There's just a lot of... Oh, I need to use a key immediately. Yeah, there's a tricky balance today, a very tricky balance. Okay, we might just have to do nursery here because I need all the help with steps I possibly can get. Walk-in closet, of course, could give us maybe even 2 items that could help with steps, but it's just, you know, it's random, isn't it? So, I'm inclined to do this. I don't think we typically get an item in here, but, oh, yeah, but we do get fruit. So again, very helpful, stepwise, very helpful. Great. If there's anything else to do there, I do not know what it is yet. Okay, so from here we have to turn back. So maybe let's see what we can get from boiler room. Maybe we'll just work our way down, you know, kind of opportunistically. And we'll get the boiler powered up, which we didn't do before. No regrets though, because I'm pretty happy with the rooms that I got. I am pretty happy. Boom. Now, I don't want it to go that way. It's not going to do anything for me going that way, so we want this to go in that direction, yeah? To get the possibility. And if we can get furnace here, I'm going to go for it. Good thing I got those keys. Alright, well, look, God, it would it pains me because it would actually be really wonderful to get a passageway here, you know, in terms of the exit situation, but I'm gonna do furnace. Because that was the plan. Fantastic. And we will get a key. Ooh, I wonder if we ever get like a special key here. Is it always an ordinary key? Thank you, furnace. Thank you. I'm really hoping to use you with the freezer if I can. Okay, so from this point, it's just most useful to head back down. Oh, I love seeing the flames from the fire there from afar. It looks really cool. All right, so let's see where we can get from Cloister here. Ooh, oh, drafting studio. I can't say no to you. Oh, it's gonna use a lot of steps, but I have to. It's so good. All right. Okay. So we might kind of at this stage, I can imagine that we've sort of seen all of the available rooms because these are the ones that have come up before. I did want to, because I didn't actually look at the description for this classroom last time. A commissioned or did I? Maybe I did, I can't remember. The commissioned blueprint made for Reddington Elementary. These floor plans were deployed in Mount Holly as a short-term solution to allow the curriculum to continue uninterrupted while the new school was being... Okay, so it's the same. But what this means, I guess it's just adding another classroom to what you could otherwise get. So I definitely do want to get this at some point for sure. But I'm going between now these two very, very compelling rooms. Many games in casino sounds incredible. Games of chance. Wow. What could be here? this is very, very, very interesting to me. Vestibule, though, original antechamber. Like, that's that's so interesting, you know? Like, it seems like it's gonna have potentially old secrets in it. I think, and they both have a 2-gem drafting cost. Okay, look, I think I'm gonna do casino. They're all equally interesting to me at this stage, especially not knowing how they're going to be useful. So let's, I'm just making a choice. We're just going to do it. We're just going to do it. I'm so interested in this thing because it looks like one of the things, looks like one of the objects we see the scientists use in, let's just get a look at this in case we need it, in case it's useful. Yeah, that object there looks like something that we saw in the banners on the classroom. So it just feels like an object of interest. I know I've looked at this many times. Sometimes I just want to pass something by my eyes again. Yeah. It's interesting at some point that it said, like the other architectural digest that we just got was mentioning tools including like a T-square and things like that. We see this sort of thing around, but they're, none of them are like things I can pick up. But yeah, it has made me wonder. All right. Because steps are such an issue, I'm just kind of a bit afraid of going back and forth too much. Definitely no. It cannot. No, it cannot. It cannot. I could very well put lavatory here. Like maybe heating lavatory up does something. I've always been so sus about that room. I've got 2 safes. I don't know where they are yet. I have one safe in study that I know where it is, but I haven't opened yet. But there are 2 safes I don't know about of the 8 total. One of them I have a suspicion that it could be the safe house. Maybe that counts as a safe where our mother is encouraging us to find, but maybe not. And I've always thought this could be a safe room, but yeah. So I want to go in there with the power hammer. So for that reason, potentially putting it here on a day when I have a fairly compelling chance at getting power hammer could be okay, but it's otherwise going to kind of limit my northward trajectory, which sort of sucks. Yeah, because if I get stuck down below, if I don't get something like perfect in rank 3 in the West Wing, I could get stuck. So actually, I might just go a little bit safer and go dark room for the exits. Okay. So maybe let's try down and see if we can reconnect with our other rooms, possibly. Of course, who knows? Who knows? I can't turn the lights on. So we just pick something. Oh, a billiard room. That's good. That gets me back to the West Wing. So I've got 3 entrances to the West Wing now. And entrance hall will get me north of entrance hall if I can ever make it back there. So that's fine. That works out. All right. Now, I did figure out what is going on with this new puzzle in the billiard room, which I assume it's going to give me now. I had to look back at the footage and have a think about the relationship between the numbers, and no wonder it was tripping me up, because it's not maths. It is that. I have it written in my notes somewhere. I did this a while ago. But I remember that essentially what it is swapping 2 of the numbers around. I have the exact thing written somewhere, but yeah. All right, so let's start. 12, nice and easy. There we go. All right, so I think, because it's been a little while since I've worked this out, I have to actually find where I have written this, the answer to this. I have so many notes. I tell you what, I'm so excited about getting gallery again, because I really think that I have figured out at least one for sure of those pictures, and I think, you know, it's possible that I've figured out one or two others as well. So I really want to get in there and try it. But yeah, it hasn't come up. It hasn't come up. Ah, there we go. All right, so this might take me a little bit, because you know you guys know what happens to my brain when I attempt this. But yeah. So we're doing it here. So first we're starting with 14. Now what we do is we invert the number, so 14 becomes 41. Then we take 1, which becomes 40, and then we divide 40 by 20, which gets us 2. Brilliant. Okay, so we do the same here. First we add these 3, then we do the inversion. This is how it works. All right. I was so thrilled when I figured this out, but I don't know, you know, I don't know if I really would have figured it out on the spot. You know, obviously I didn't. It was a bit, I don't know, I kind of had to look at it afterwards and just go it was just sort of noticing like that, you know, there were these similarities in the numbers. So 21 plus 4, 25. So invert that gets us 52. And then we, what is this? We subtract 2, so that gets us 50. Divide by 10, which gets us 5. Oh, great. To be honest, having figured this out, it's now sort of easier than the square root stuff for me. So now it's 4 plus 20, 24, minus 1, 23. Then we invert it, 32. 32 divided by 8 is 4. Oh, how much better is that than last time? And 2 keys. You know, it's not the sexiest of prizes, but it may well be extremely, extremely useful. Okay, God, and I've made it all this way and not picked up any redraw die. Oh, ooh. Well, Lost and Found is such a compelling room because I feel that I could get something here that I've never seen. Like maybe matches, right? It could be the matches or whatever the light creating tool is comes from here. But I would lose an item for sure. And look, coupon book, happy to see it go. Not happy, but you know, happier than the other items. Watering can, you know, bit sad, but I could deal with it. If I lost sledgehammer or battery pack, I'd be more sad. I also, it's okay that it heads down, but it's not my favorite. Gym has good exits, but I really don't want to lose any more steps than I have to right now. Observatory, yeah. And observatory could be really good. Observatory could very well deliver us some steps or some other things. It's just trading off, like, you know, like the possibilities of the day, really, and I guess I just have to go with it. I might just go Lost and Found because I'm just compelled by this room. I'm compelled by it. Oh, okay. All right, it is what it is. Secret garden key is very nice, in fact. Mila, it's always Mila here. I don't know if any of the others are, and this one is always the same. I guess they're not going to change. Lucky rabbit's foot, cool. You take an item from me, but you give me potentially The possibility of getting more. So look, I've got a problem with steps here. I don't think I can afford to wait for a redraw die. Honestly, I'm doing all right for gems. I mean, I'm not poo-pooing parlor or anything. Maid's chamber, I hate that I would be less likely to find items lying around the house, but it counts also as a bedroom, which would give me steps, guaranteed. So it's actually really compelling for that reason. And obviously, yeah, locksmith, I have so much money that I could buy, like I could buy everything out here. So that could actually be really good. But maid's chamber will actually connect me back to the other rooms. So I actually think it's, I've often avoided this room, but I think it actually works out for me today. Yeah, I really need those steps. Hello, hello, creek, river. It's quite lovely. Just reviewing. Typical example of the accommodations for the live-in staff on the estate. It appears this particular bedroom belongs to one of the maids. Yeah. It's funny, I still don't know, like, is this Mrs. Babbage? Because it has a message from Mrs. Babbage in it. Does that mean that it is Bridget's room? But does this seem like Bridget's room? I don't know, you know? Don't know. Really sus about Bridget. In her photo, one thing, this is another kind of perhaps a wild theory, but Bridget is sus. We know that Bridget is sus because of what I've found in the handwriting analysis, right? The photo of her in the dark room just has this little, like, I've always thought, what's going on with this photo? Why are they showing me this photo of the two maids in the dark room? And I guess one thought I have on that is that I'm just having, hang on, I'm also having a think, like, do I want to go forward 21 steps? Is it worth now that I'm here getting these two rooms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's really tough. It's really tough. I think I might risk it. At least we use up the rest of the watering can, which is something. Yeah, in the photo of Bridget in the dark room, she just has, like, she's got this blonde hair, but she does have this little dark line. Oh, kitchen. It has to be kitchen, because I need to buy all the food. Oh my god, yes, perfect. Yep, I'm sorry, lavatory. I'm sorry, it has to be kitchen. Yeah, she just has this little one, like there's a thick line that could just literally be a thick line in the illustration of Bridget. But also, oh my god, already super useful. And coupon book is helping me out here too. Oh, look at that. Mwah! Mwah! I'm kissing the air. Oh, I feel like my step problem has been fixed. Oh god, yes. Oh my god, so good. I'm also, look, as much as there might be things to use, you know, I might get showroom and I want all of this money. It's just steps is so important today. So club sandwich is so good. It's so good. Yeah, absolutely so good. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bananas up for grabs. Is it, you know, is it worth? Might be worth it. Like, we've got the coupon book today. We need steps for not only stepping around, but we need steps for drafting. So freaking yeah, let's just get everything. Oh, there's more bananas I can buy. Okay, now we're sold out. All right, now we're sold out. And of course, refilling the water can. Thank you, kitchen. Thank you, kitchen. Kitty's not been here yet. Thank you, kitchen. I feel like I've never seen this teapot before. Have I never really looked at this? It just suddenly looks so conspicuous. I think maybe it's because actually a lot of the time when I draft kitchen now, God, it's the first time I'm noticing how lovely this wallpaper is. Is this different? Is this different? I'm noticing that these gloves actually are just in the colours of the Lost and Found room. I think I'm just kind of like, I think after having some bigger breaks with this game, I think it's making me look at things a bit differently. Because I'm coming back with some fresh eyes. Huh. Yeah, so Bridget it could just be a dark line in the illustration, but it is also conspicuous enough that I could imagine it is showing that she used to have dark hair and she has dyed her hair blonde to hide her identity while she's here doing sneaky things in the house. So that's something I'm thinking about. How crazy is it that I haven't done parlor yet? But now that I'm stepped up, I really want commissary because I just think it's going to be more useful. I mean, the thing is, like, what am I doing with my gems? What am I doing with my gems today? I mean, this is a good question. What am I doing with my gems today? I'm happy to have them, but I don't... Oh, shovel. Yes, thank you. Salt shaker. Sure. Because that'll give us extra steps. Yeah. I don't know if I need to buy any gems. And, I mean... 10 coins for 1 key. I'm just keeping in mind that I could use this money, you know? Oh, sorry, just shifting my chair and hit the desk. You might have heard that. 4 keys. I guess... This is just one of those trying to see into the future things. Maybe it's just smarter to get it while the getting's good. Let's get 1 more key. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to walk myself... Oh, now that I've refilled the watering can... Where actually have I already used the watering can? Have I used it in all of the green rooms? I think I quite possibly have, because I only have 3. Yeah, and we've used it 3 times. I only have 3 green rooms. Yeah, all right. So I can't use the watering can here again, most likely. All right. So I think all there is to do is for me to walk myself back to dark room, and this is my only possible exit into the rest of the mansion, unless I pick up the security pass somewhere, which I won't do anywhere else. So while I'm doing this, let me tell you, all right, I finally really started systematically turning my mind to the question of the mysterious Mount Holly symbol that appears in the fireplace in parlor. And I went... It took me a long time to do this because what I had to do is go back through the episodes on every day that I had drafted parlor. And systematically, I have a whole page in my notes for this. I had to systematically note each day where that symbol appeared or did not appear. I've just realized I'm going to lose another item here, which sucks. Please let it be either the coupon book or the lucky rabbit's foot. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, isn't it? I've lost battery pack, so like, unless I can pick it up again. Salt shaker. Okay. Well, I'm glad I bought it as a sacrifice. Yeah. So So I've done that. I know every single day so far that I have seen or not seen the Mount Holly symbol in the fireplace of parlor. And what I wanted to do then is have a go at seeing if I could find patterns to that. So what I've looked at is I've also noted on each day what number day it was. Obviously, some days I just didn't draft parlor, so I sort of miss out on that information. You know, is it related to the days, day 1, day 2, day 3? There is no pattern that I can see to the days that I've drafted it. So, for example, it's day 3, the days when the symbol appears in the fireplace, for example, are on day 3, day 6, day 11, day 12, 16, 24, 25, 29. So there's no even or obvious pattern that I can see in those days, even accounting for the days when I didn't draft parlor. It seems all over the place. You know, some days are right next to each other, some days have quite a big gap, etc. So I also looked at, well, where are the exits pointed? Like, is it when the room is facing a certain way? Most often the room is facing the same way, but not all of the time, so it's not consistent. There are some exceptions to that. I looked at what the connecting rooms were, but that's a bit of a tricky one because it could only possibly matter for each for the room that's already there when you draft it, right? Like it's the symbols are already there when you first draft the room. So yeah, that's the second connecting room doesn't matter. Anyway, I couldn't find any pattern there, but I did find a pattern, and the pattern is when I started looking at which space on the, which space here the room appears in. And it's such a compelling pattern that I felt joyous. I felt I had figured it out. And I think, that still applies somewhat because it's very consistently, if I look at the days where the holly symbol appears and where they don't appear, there are so far 4 specific spaces where it appears. It is here at rank 2 on the west wing, which, so I've referred to these columns as A, B, C, D, E to make it easy for myself. So 2B, every time I draft parlor in 2B, I get the symbol. 1B, I get the symbol. 2A, 1A, 1B, and then here, 1E, it appears. All of the others, if parlor is drafted there, no symbol. Guys, I felt so joyous. I felt so clever about figuring this out. Of course, I still don't really know what to do with this information, but it's something, right? It's something substantial. It is completely consistent so far, except for one freaking space. And I've checked and double-checked because I thought I must be wrong. I must have made a mistake in my notations. No, I have not. I have checked and double-checked. 3E, this space here, has both had the symbol in the fireplace and not had the symbol in the fireplace. I am chucking my pen down in frustration. Of course I don't really know what any of this means, but I thought I had figured out the pattern. And I still feel I mostly have. I still feel this matters. I don't think this is random. It's consistent except for this one space. So it may just mean that there's a reason for that if I am able to figure out more of what's going on. But I am very, very, very proud. I am very, very proud of how far I've taken that so far. All right, now you can see what really sucks about this is that I'm having to draft something that I need to have a north... I need it to go north from here. There's nothing else I can do, but I'm drafting from the dark room. I've got no way of turning the lights on here. So, it's just absolute. We're guessing. We're guessing. There's no way to know, is there? Like, the only information I have is that this one requires 3 steps, which I'm not even sure, does that mean it would otherwise be 3 gems? So I could possibly go, well, what are all of the 3 gem drafting cost rooms? You know, does that give me a higher chance of going north from here? God, I don't know. God, I wish I had the compass, you know? Like, it might make the slightest of difference. In the end, we just have to pick something. It's painful. God, please. I'm usually so consistent at getting East Wing Hall here. I am just praying, sorry, not East, West Wing Hall here. I am praying for it, praying for West Wing Hall. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, well. You know, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, I kind of got myself in a corner there. I literally am. Well, not a corner really. It's a dead end. I mean, no, it's not a corner. It's not a corner. Okay. Well, we just have to accept it. Yeah, I'm still very suspicious about this room because of all of the space here. You know, like, it definitely seems like there could be something hidden beyond the closet area, but you know, I don't know. There's nothing that I know to do in here besides try coming back with the power hammer and smashing through all of the clothes and everything. So that's that. It's a shame because I managed to get, once again, I managed to get the furnace, you know, set up with the boiler room with all of this nice inviting space around it. But alas. All right. But there is still something useful I can do with this day. I also didn't manage to get the the archive rooms to try my experiment. I didn't even get the mail room. But that's okay. What I have done is I've got, you know, like, I have finally drafted Hovel again to understand the extra secrets of Hovel that I missed. I have got Casino waiting for me in the future. And I'm going to take my remaining 6 keys. And in fact, I guess I can go back to Commissary, can't I? I've got enough. Yeah, I've got enough steps. Let's go back to Commissary. Let's buy all the keys we can with this remaining money, which is 3 keys. There goes my lucky rabbit's foot. It's all right. I don't need it. I don't need it. Straight through to Commissary. Let's buy up all of these keys, and I reckon we will be close to opening up all of the remaining trunks down in the reservoir. And yeah, that'll be cool. I think that'll be really cool. At some point, it's just going to be a task that is finished. So key. Oh, there's only 2 keys there. Okay, so 8 keys. I mean, I can't remember, but that might do it. That might just do it. Nice. Well, it's not even dark. It's quite novel for me to be down, to be, coming back out again, finishing the day. Yeah, and it's still actually quite it's sort of just early. It's barely twilight. Could go have another look down there, but yeah, without the power hammer and without being able to do all of the rooms, I still feel like something going on here. God, I really just got to come back again with the power hammer and really look a bit more carefully, I think. Yeah, I'm looking everywhere where there's cracks on the wall, but no, we're set up. I'm very excited about getting that casino. Very excited about seeing what that's finally about, because I think that was even one of the first. I think that was among the choices in the first time I got the drafting studio. So it's always been a possibility to get that room, and it's ended up of those first 3, I think, being the last one I ended up picking. I love this atmosphere. Every now and again there's a little drip. It's very nice. Very nice. These trunks have been super useful though, because I think that they really have confirmed for me what I suspected about the red notes that are handwritten, and I think they are true. The box containing allowance tokens is marked by water. This should be false. And was this the one? Hang on. Oh, I'm stuck on a rock. No, it wasn't that one. No, this one. Yeah, and this has sun. Yep, so you're a big liar. You're a big liar, box. What's this one got for us? All green memos found in boxes in the water are true, but this is a false note. So green memos found in the water. Green memos in blue boxes are true. Well, that could be true. That could be true. The sanctum key is not in a box in the water. That is true, and it was true. So I know about that one. This one we've already opened. Yeah, a box in the... See, this I am fairly sure if it's a handwritten red note, it's correct. And that was correct. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, boxes. A prize is in a box marked by water. Well, what did the sanctum key end up having on top of it? Moon. Okay, will make sense, right? Moon. It's the most significant symbol in the game. All boxes marked by sun contain memos that are true. Well, this is a true memo, so that's very interesting. Sun, all true. We'll keep that in mind. That's moon. The box containing allowance tokens is white. I think it was blue. I'll have to double check. It's really cool. I love this. I love the way this is done though. Like, because if you puzzle out the logic of all of these things, you know, I think it gives you all of these, it gives you a few different bits of information. Like, some is about confirming things about memos, some of it is about finding the sanctum key, etc., etc. Pink boxes marked by sun always contain blue memos. Gosh, there's a lot of things to keep track of, but pink boxes marked by sun always contain blue memos. Okay, there's another pink box marked by sun. Green memos in white boxes are lies. Yeah. Again, this is all sort of confirming for me that green is all over the place, basically. Ah, okay. So I think I've only got 2 more boxes to open. Let's go with this one. So I've got 1 more box to come back here. The sanctum key is in a white box. No, that is a lie because it was in a black box. Okay, so there's only 1 more black box with a moon on it, which is, you know, black is our most significant color and moon is our most significant symbol. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's probably just got another memo in it, but I'm looking. So I know that I've only got one more. I only need 1 more key down here to be done with all of the boxes. So that's really cool. That's really cool. I guess I know that there's more things to figure out in the grotto, but I don't have any more ideas about things to figure out in the grotto just yet. Maybe there's something or other to do in the gemstone cavern, but I don't know that there is. So, yeah. So I'm feeling like this day is done. I feel like that's what this day is delivering for us. So maybe we will finish it here. Hey, Reservoir, let's do it. Let's do it. What kind of a day did we end up getting? So I still have some more things to tell you guys about other things I've figured out, or other suspicions that I have. but I'll do that in future episodes because it's, I don't know. I've got to space it out, I suppose, so that I'm not just talking for an hour. But yeah, red villa today. Yeah, because we actually ended up with 5 red rooms. Interesting. And things like maid's chamber that I don't normally draft turned out to be quite useful. So that was interesting. That was fun. That was a fun day. Learned some things. Have casino to look forward to in the future. Fantastic. And I am looking forward to the future. And tomorrow is freaking Christmas Eve. It might be nothing. Maybe nothing happens on Christmas, but I feel that's impossible. I feel, knowing about the connections this game has to Christmas and the connections that Mary seems to have to Christmas, I feel something will happen. I'm wondering if maybe we get a little gift, in the entrance hall, perhaps. It could even be, and this is kind of the thing I'm a bit worried about, it could even be that, like, maybe something important happens with Mary on Christmas if you manage to be somewhere. Like, what if it's like you have to be in the safe house by Christmas and something happens then, So, so I'm really, like, it's fine. I'm just I can imagine that something like that might be the case. I can imagine that it might be you need to have advanced in the game to something specific, and if you do that on Christmas, something interesting happens, and maybe I'm not there yet. But yeah, I'm very interested. Ooh, tomorrow's Christmas Eve. So I hope you guys are looking forward to the next episode. I sure freaking am. And as always, thank you for coming along on this journey with me. Thank you so much to everybody for all of the incredible, encouraging comments that you've made and how engaged everybody has been with this series. I appreciate it so much. It's exactly what I was hoping to achieve, with playing games on this channel and being able to connect with people who love games in the same way that I do and who, enjoy blind playthroughs as much as I do. And it's honestly just meant the world. I cannot even tell you. Like, it really is. It brings such happiness to my day to hear from you guys. So thank you, because, you guys make this a community. You guys make this a wonderful, relationship, for all that it is. So thank you. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.